What's up, everyone? So, obviously, today we're going to do a tier list for all the Touge Life #1 cars. Um, I'm by no means the authority on this. I'm a beginner myself. As you can see, I got like, was it 2,200 kilometers on Akina? So, I'm kind of coming at this from the perspective of a beginner and like what car should a beginner maybe work on. But I'm gonna drive them around a little, talk about them, and we'll get into ranking everything. So up first is the NA Miata. Honestly, I haven't driven this car very much. Um, Throughout this whole list, we're gonna stick with stock settings. I'm not gonna change anything, and what it is what it is. So let's give it a shot. All right, here's the true test. Oh my God, that wheel slide. All right, so you can very easily lock it up. Apparently, let's try to take this one a little smoother. Not too bad. Let's see about this hairpin. Whoa, she's slidey. Yeah, so it slides around obviously, but it's not sliding around like the 8.6, for example. When we get to the 8.6, you'll see just how... Oh, no, 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 no. You'll see just how terrible I am at driving the 8.6. I mainly drive the Skyline just because, I don't know, I get along with it well, but... This at least gives me an opportunity to try some other cars. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Okay, so maybe we just avoid first gear. Okay, so that being said, I don't think I'd choose this car as a beginner unless you just, you know, like Miatas, especially NA Miatas, because she likes to slide. Alright, that was all me. I think we're gonna hop back to the menu right after this hairpin. Just want to see if I can... Oh, no, okay. That didn't work. I'm curious. Whoops. Let me see. I want to say... Yeah, this has the Street 90s by stock, so this one and I think all the 8.6s have the Street 90s by stock. If you change to the street tires, it might get a little bit less slidey, but I can't really speak on that. So keeping all that in mind, I would put the NA Miata at B tier. It's not bad, but like if you look at the leaderboards, I mean, 5 minutes is good for a Miata. Meanwhile, you've got the RX-7 at like, 440s. I think there's some people in the 430s. So I mean, it's the middle of the pack, but it's pretty fun to drive. Let's go to the MX-5 now. Okay, so the MX-5, you got semi-slicks actually. So that's gonna be a huge difference. Let's see how she does. Oh yeah, this is much better already. It's amazing how far this car has come, the Miata in general. Oh yeah, let's see. You can throw in some slide, yeah. This is so much better. Okay, so if you like Miatas and the like, even though I took that hairpin really slow. That's a terrible line. Anyways, if you like Miatas, I would definitely take the MX-5 over the NA. This just feels more modern. I want to say this is the first time I've ever driven this one on Akina. It's going a lot better already. I might finish this just to see what my time is. I'm kind of curious. It's not gonna be great, but like that right there, what? What was that? Oh, okay, so it's got the first thing. It's got the first gear problem as well. See, the R34, you can take pretty much all the hairpins in first gear, so I'm used to that. It feels like you need to enter in second gear and then exit in first gear in these two Miatas. Oh, oh no. Okay. That was my bad. Let's get back on the road. Okay, so that's enough of the MX-5. Let's get our tier list back up. Alright, that drives so much better than the Miata, at least for a beginner. So I'm definitely going to put the MX-5 in A tier, which might be subject to change. I might bump down the NA down to C and the MX-5 down to B, depending on how the other cars go. But I already know where I'm putting the RX-7. You can take a guess. So if you're driving the RX-7, you already got it. You already know it's got to be yellow. That's the only color as far as I'm concerned. Let's take this bad boy out. Now, behind the R34, I probably have the most time in the RX-7, but it's still not much time at all. As you can see my record down there, it's 5:02, which is like 20 seconds off the top people on the leaderboard. I don't know where they're finding these 20 seconds, but they're finding them. But I'm not that great at driving this car. You'll see on these corners, it handles corners so much better than the Miata, and you can fly through them and turn in so much easier. Hairpins, no problem. These little twisty sections, once again, no problem. This car was like built for the Touge. If I had more time in the seat on here, I could probably at least get to 450 for my time, but I don't know, man. I just like the R34 because it doesn't do that. That's a me problem though. That's just all rear-wheel drives. I have auto blip on, but you know, that only does so much. Ooh, almost lost that one. See, even these sweeping sections like that, it just turns so well. Ah, that should have been second gear. Or third right there. There we go. It also just flies through the hairpins. Brake. Pretty late. Like right here, you can take those so much faster than the MX-5. Shoot, you can take them faster than you can the R34. That's for sure. Okay, it shouldn't shock anyone. RX-7 straight to S tier. Probably the best. Look, let me pull up this leaderboard. If you look at the top cars, it's all RX-7, RX-7, RX-7. Got a few Skylines in there. But yeah, RX-7 is just all over the leaderboard. So if you want to be fast, get fast in the RX-7. Okay, next up is the 370Z. I have driven this like once or twice, maybe. Not gonna lie, not a fan, but we'll see how it stacks up to the Miata. Okay, so 370Z. There's my dog barking. Once again, you get hold on. Okay, so she was actually alerting me that the UPS guy was here, and I got a package. It's actually a quick release adapter to put on a 14-inch wheel onto my Mozar 5 base, so that's going to be fun. That's going to be a whole other thing, but we'll continue on with the 370Z. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably one of the best sounding cars. See how it drives though. Oh my. Okay, so if you hit the throttle too much, you will definitely oversteer in this car. But so far, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it more than the MX-5. Yeah, this thing with little okay. Anyways, this thing with like, you know, some tire pressure work and alignment and everything, I think it would be close to S tier, but the RX-7 still just kind of craps all over it, so I wouldn't go as far to say that it is S tier, but we are definitely gonna put it over the MX-5. Now, next is my personal favorite, the R34. To be honest, the reason it became my favorite is because nobody was driving it on the Touge Life 1 server, so it was always available. So I don't know, I just like it. I like it. So the thing about this car is it's a boat. I mean, with stock setup, it has a really slow turn in, and you pretty much have to use the e-brake during hairpins if you want to go through them fast. But the e-brake doesn't work that well in the Skyline. You got to really hold it. Okay, so I got interrupted again while I was driving the Skyline, and so I'm coming back a little bit later, and I actually got that 14-inch wheel put on now. I did have the stock 11-inch wheel that comes with the R5 bundle, but now I got the big boy 14-inch deep dish. So I'm gonna try out the Skyline now with the new wheel, and we'll go from there. I've not tried this out yet. I hadn't changed any settings, so it's gonna be interesting. Let's see what it's got. Oh, this feels nice. It's a lot different than that little 11-inch wheel. It's gonna take some getting used to. Definitely gonna have to tweak some settings with it, but yeah, I still love the R35, or sorry, R34. I wish they had an R35. That'd be pretty cool. But like I said earlier, you really got to use the e-brake to get it rotate. But yeah, it's super hard to get the R34 to spin out, but at the same time, it takes a lot to get it to rotate when you need it to rotate. You're not as fast in the corners as something like the RX-7, but I still love it because of how stable it is. Plus, it's a freaking R34, man. It's like one of the coolest sounding cars ever. So, obviously, as I hinted around to earlier, I already knew where I was going to put this car. It's solid S tier. The only thing better than it is the RX-7. And maybe the 8.6 tuned, but as you're about to see, I cannot drive the 8.6 at all. I don't know what it is. Me and it just don't get along. I know I've heard people say, you know, the 8.6 teaches you how to drive and all that stuff, but apparently I can't drive. I think that's the problem, is I can't drive. So let's we'll hop in the stock 8.6 next. So again, you get the street 90s in the stock setup on this. So it's a slotty boy. It's real slotty. The stock isn't as bad. Actually, I don't know. We'll see. I can see, like, there's just something about it. Doesn't sit right with me. Every time I've tried driving this car before, I always lock up the wheels. So I'm pretty sure there's no ABS, as you can see. But yeah, allegedly, if you're good in the 8.6, you can be good in anything. But I don't know, man. I just don't like it. Some people love it, though. I mean, there's the tuned version and the drift version, at least. Oh, see, that was a bad downshift, but that's how quick you can get taken out when you're driving this car. We'll move on to the drift version. Actually, I guess we'll rank it first. So I gotta say, none of the cars are bad. It's really hard to say that any of them are bad. I don't think it belongs in the C tier. But, I don't know. Do we go B or do we go C? I think we go C. We're going C. Leave a comment if you disagree, but I don't like it. Don't like it. Alright, as much as I don't like the stock 8.6, I really don't like the drift 8.6. Especially not on the Touge. It sure is faster than the stock, though. I'll give it that. Oh, see? No good, no good. This is somehow going better than the stock 8.6, but nothing to brag about, that's for sure. Oh, about to lose it. Oh no, oh no. Oh, see? Almost the same spot. Oh. Okay. That's enough. So, where would I rank the drift? Even though I can't drive it, I think I'd have to go with B. Right. Do I put it ahead or behind the NA? I think if you're looking at it from a beginner perspective, the NA is going to be easier to drive, but the 8.6 drift is going to be more fun. So I really don't know. We'll put it ahead of the Miata just because of the fun factor. Because like nobody's having fun driving the NA Miata, I don't think. I mean, some of you might, but I just don't find it to be a very fun car compared to how hard the 8.6 is to drive, honestly. Because I mean, it is fun. It's a fun challenge, but I still hadn't had enough time with it, honestly. But the 8.6 tuned, as I've already said several times, and terrible in this car. But I don't know. I got some haptic pedal things going on right now. I got this new wheel. Let's see if I'm any better with all that going on now. God, those downshifts are rough. Almost locked the wheels up. Well, made it past that spot that I crashed out in the other two 8.6s on. That should speak for something. I think I'm getting along with this one more than the other two 8.6s, honestly. Still don't really care for the car, but I'd be lying if I said it was a bad car. I mean, obviously it has the anime tax going on for it. I think that's why most people like this car in the first place, especially on the Touge Life servers. Well, there you have it. I knew that's how this was going to end. Okay, for me personally, even though I said what I said earlier about the 370, how I think that was going to be the next car I start working on getting good at, I have to put it in S tier. I mean, there's no denying that it's bad. It's bad, man, in a good way. I mean, all the time on Touge Life, I'll be just driving my ass off in the R34, and then 8.6 will just shoot right past me. I'm like, oh man, I don't see how people do it. But if you're one of those people, more power to you. The last 8.6, which, you know, it still counts. I'm gonna try out the GT86. Now, the GT86 drives completely different than the AE86, obviously. Let's see what tires that one comes with. I think it's semi-slicks. Yeah, so you get semi-slicks in the GT86, and this is my preferred car on like Touge Life if I'm going for like a street car thing. Especially on the what's it called? Track Runners. I think this is what it's called. Whatever server that is, the really good one that does Touge Life 24/7. This is my preferred car on there. I haven't driven it much on any Touge course, but I like the car. It's nice. Let's give it a shot. Probably could have taken that faster, which is like story of my life, but see this hairpin. Could have been better. Still getting used to this wheel too. It's so much bigger than the tiny one I had on there before. Ooh, that was nice. Yeah, so I don't mind driving this thing at all. It's just all around. I mean, you're not gonna be flying past RX-7s or anything in it, but it's just a really balanced car. I think we have to put it... Might be controversial. I'm gonna put it ahead of the 370. Because again, it is just a little bit easier to drive. I think the 370 probably is capable of better times, but... No. Okay, no. I changed my mind. The 370 has it in the time aspect and the fun factor. But I'd still take the GT86 over the MX-5. Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. Okay, last car is the Supra, the Sup Bro. This is the stereotypical I'm trash Touge Life car. I've only seen a few people that are actually fast in the Supra. I'm probably not one of them. Because I've only driven it like once or twice. Oh, this is another one of those cars that's like almost always available on Touge Life 1. Because it's kind of ass, I mean. But we'll give it a shot. Sounds good, that's for sure. A little 2J. Okay, I changed my mind. I think the sound kind of sucks. Like, or maybe it's just like we're ruined by always hearing these, you know, 1,000 horsepower Supras. Hearing one stock, I mean, it's got the turbo flutter and everything, but honestly, if it weren't for Fast and Furious, I don't think the Supra would be nearly as popular as it is. I'll give it one thing though, you fly through these gears. Still real sketched out about the turns though. Honestly, I'm doing a lot better with it than I expected. I'm almost enjoying it, I'm not gonna lie. Well, that's usually how it goes. Okay, where would I rank the Supra? I'll tell you what. We're gonna bring the Miata down to C tier, and then the Supra is gonna go ahead of the 8.6 Drift, because the Supra is just so much easier to drive than the 8.6 Drift, and it's obviously better than the NA and the stock 8.6. Yeah, that's the tier list. This is my first YouTube video ever, so let me know what you think. Like and comment, subscribe. That'd be cool. Until then, I'll see y'all until I decide to make another video. Peace.